Welcome back to Fox and Friends. First, the clock is ticking for the 6 GOP candidates with a brokered convention looming if the state primaries and the caucuses don't deliver enough delegates to one Republican hopeful to secure the nomination. So what is the timeline to narrow the field? Here to weigh in once again for us is Ron Meyer from Red Alert Politics. So, Ron, we have the South Carolina primary that is coming up tomorrow.
Right.
I think everyone in the nation knows about that. But after we had passed the South Carolina primary, we had through February, and this is a big date.
That's right.
This is, whoops, let me go back. Hold on.
So, yeah, February 23rd, we're going to hit Nevada.
Yeah.
And so what's happening in Nevada, I think, after what we see, so with tomorrow's primary, I think we will see some fewer candidates. I think Jeb Bush really is going to be in a position where he needs to drop out. If he doesn't finish above 10%, he really doesn't have the money to even last until just a couple days from now on the 23rd. So if Jeb Bush doesn't have a performance above 10%, something close to third, he just doesn't even have the resources to get to Nevada, much less anywhere further. And so he's really up against a deadline. And the person who's really trying to perform in Nevada is John Kasich, because it's a more moderate state. He's not really playing in South Carolina. So the only time he can really get attention before March 1st is here in Nevada.
But there are some big events going on in March that we do have to talk about. And we'll get to March 15th in just a moment and whether or not Bush would make it to then, because that does include Florida. Okay. So let's move on to March here, if I can get it to move. And the first date that we have to worry about in March is
March
Super
1st.
Tuesday.
That's right. So the SEC primary. And here's the thing. So if Kasich wants to stick around, he really only has 3 states he can play in, and that's Michigan, Virginia, and one more state. And then Nevada before that. And so if he doesn't do well in those 3 states, he's going to have a really hard time, because almost all of them are in the South, where he's polling in low single digits. So Kasich has to stay in the news somehow, and he only has a couple states to play in. Donald Trump, if he sweeps Super Tuesday, this will be a really easy case for him, building up to the 15th.
Yeah, I have to talk about the 15th just quickly, because this involves Florida, which would have implications for both Rubio and Bush.
That's correct. So there's 5 winner-take-all. So when we hit the 15th, this is when we start hitting winner-take-all states, where people can actually rack up delegates. If Trump wins Florida, the math is really, really hard for him not to win the nomination, because that's a really big winner-take-all state. If he sweeps the winner-take-all states on the 15th, it's going to be tough for either Rubio or Cruz to catch him. Rubio or Cruz really need to focus on these winner-take-alls on March 15th if they're going to be serious factors in this race.
All right, so we still have a lot to come, and it's all about the math and all about the delegates.
That's right.
Thank you so much, Ron. We'll check back with you in just a little bit.